Kono bangumi wa goren no sponsor no teikyo de okure shimasu. Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome to Sushi Bites. A while ago I happened upon an 8GB archive of Japanese indie games, so I thought maybe from time to time we could have a little poke around inside and see what kind of cool things we can find. If this proves to be a fun experience, we might aim to do this once a month or so. What do you say? Kicking us off is The White Tower. Don't let the title screen fool you, this isn't some grandiose quest. No, it's a rice-eating game, requiring superhuman clicking of the left and right mouse button in order to succeed. Even going at it the hardest I possibly can, I only ever get at the highest a C rank. If anybody ate that much rice, they'd be dead. I don't care if you aspire to be the next Adam Richman. If you think you can consume 30,000 calories of rice without throwing up, it'd be humorous to watch you try. This game rather annoyingly can only be played full screen, which made capturing video a pain. However, it ran fine with my PC set in Japanese locale mode. If you need to know how to set up Japanese locale, hit up your old friend Google. He'll tell you. Next up, Steel March is a fighting game created using Enterbrain's Fighter Maker, which has powered famous indie games such as Dong Dong Never Die. I must say, because Steel March shares its name with a game on Steam, fishing up information on this one proved impossible. Like Michael Bay's Transformers, this one's a little hard on the eyes, isn't it? I know someone was probably really proud of these environments and models, but I mean, the aesthetic doesn't gel. They have modelled these detailed robots, then slapped a cell shading preset over the top. It just looks ass ugly to me. Thanks to the engine's limitations, the resolution is small, and the number of frames is rather limited. I get what they were going for, but I've always thought these robot fighting games look better in sprite form. The difficulty level is also fairly high, and due to the way Enterbrain's Fighter Maker works, there's no in-game move list, requiring you to open an external user guide to find out all the combos. Have to level with you, not a fan of this one. Now for something completely different. Ballers or Bowls, however you wish to refer to it. It's a 3D rolling puzzle game, and I was able to fish up some information regarding this one. It was developed by a small team named Genki, not that one, and a reviewer on the game's Freem listing describes it as a different take on Irritating Stick. Well, they certainly got the irritating part right. It's sort of like Korra Rinpa if you've ever played that. Except in Korra Rinpa you tilt the stage, whereas here you directly control the ball. You can roll around these awkward mazes and eventually figure out how to consistently pull off impressive times, though it requires a lot of trial and error. The game supports a gamepad, and I highly recommend playing it that way. Also, if you head into the configurator application, you can set the game to windowed and run it with 3D acceleration, which just improves the overall smoothness of operation, though the game graphics still remain jaggy. I really enjoyed the music in this one. Another game made with Enterbrain's Fighter Maker now, and that's Samurai Braver. I managed to find the site for the developer, but it was removed from the Wayback Machine. Usually that kind of treatment is saved for NSFL stuff, so it's very strange to see a developer's homepage excluded. I can find some text that implies this game was created as part of a school course, but without the original website available, I can't really provide any sort of information. Sorry. What I can tell you is that I enjoyed this game much more than Steel March, so that's a plus. There's a story mode for each character, a whole bunch of likely lads and lasses to pick from. They're all in this rather cute, you can tell they tried sprite art style. There's something adorable about these sprites. I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's the characters' expressions. The music is nice, the sounds are as compressed and loud as Fighter Maker tends to be, and I really just enjoyed this one a lot better. It all clicked, the aesthetics all come together. The 3D pre-rendered backgrounds and the fonts and style decisions like using Japanese symbols for the numbers as opposed to regular numbers, and the typeface used for the cutscenes, yeah, looks cool. Thoroughly enjoyed this one, a real treat. We'll do one more, 5 a time sounds like a good idea. So last for today is one more fighter, but I promise you it's not made with Enterbrain's Fighter Maker. This is Fate Axis. There's a bit more information available regarding this one. I even have a bit of story I can translate for you. From what I gather, there were 2 worlds, Elimera and Hanesh. They go to war with each other. This event is known as the Fate Axis, and it somehow messed with time and stuff. That's about it. If the story didn't tantalize you, character names like Varth Idea, South JS Rawa, Iria Shrine, Number Far, and Xlax, XX, should be right up your street. Getting this to run was a real pain in the buttocks because I had to download and replace a DLL. However, I was familiar with this particular DLL file, as it's used for very early Direct 3D applications, and I managed to find a trustworthy download rather easily. So once I managed to get the game going and configured the controls, I must say I really got into this one proper quick. Not only does it look, sound and feel excellent, it has a story mode for each character. You can bump this game up to 60 frames a second if you want, but I'm a console peasant and rather happy with my steady 30, thanks. There are 3 attack buttons, a sidestep left and a sidestep right, a special move button that didn't ever seem to do anything for me, and even a free camera for ogling those 5 polygon 3D models. I'm kidding, there are at least 20 polygons. One thing I don't get is that if your game is using pre-rendered WAV audio files, why the developer felt the need to render them with that disgusting Microsoft GS wavetable synth, rather than some proper VST instruments. 10 questions science still can't answer. Japanese indie games. Aren't they an exciting trek into the unknown? Sushi Bites needs to remember its roots from time to time and keep up the sense of discovery. We've been playing it safe with our anime games. Every once in a while, let's dive into the unknown, head first with no life ring, and just see what happens. This has been Sushi Bites. Thanks for watching.